Howdy folks, this is Franklin Day Game back on YouTube. Here I'd like to share with you another build I've done previously. The topic of this YouTube presentation is the Revell 1/32 scale F4F Wildcat. In the beginning of this kit, it's ancient, it's old, it's been around for a long time. If my memory serves me right, if I don't have a senior moment, this kit came out back in 1971. Here's Lieutenant Thatch's aircraft, which he used during the Battle of Midway. His paint schedule on it was all intermediate blue with light gray undersides. And you had the red and white stripe on the tail fins. And the roundels were all star with meatball in the middle of it. Now this kit was reissued by Revell. I don't think it's out there anymore. They can be found on eBay and private collectors. This kit represents the Battle of Truk, Alay 1943. Has a large blue and yellow roundel star on the back of the fuselage, and the roundel stars are on the top wings and the bottom wings. The kit was overdone with rivets. I mean, I tell you, Rosie the Riveter had a ball doing this. So, solution to the problem is use plenty of water. Use wet and dry sandpaper, and before you construct the aircraft at all, be sure to sand down all the rivets to give it a little low relief. The decals in the kit's lousy. They are lousy. I've put at least 10 coats of decal solution on it and it still haven't got down the way I wanted it. So, there again, I gotta live with it. The model, in a way, it's a gimmick kit. In a way, it has features incorporated during the design of the kit. You got two inspection panels that can be removable to show the right cyclone engine. The canopy slides back and forth. The wheels turn, and the best feature, all the wings they fold. On my kit, they fold. I'd like to show you the finished product here. This is the Revell 1/32 scale Wildcat, as you can see. The paint schedule in this is all intermediate blue on top. On the underside's all white. And it's a beefy model. It's very strong. It'll make a good addition to your 1/32 scale carrier fleet. Trumpeter produced a 1/32 scale Wildcat. It's millions of miles better than this kit. So I strongly recommend and suggest you get the Trumpeter one, because state of art, plus they always throw in the photo etch parts to it also, which gives it a good dressing for the model. Again, this kit's ancient, and I purchased this kit before Trumpeter made theirs, so if I'd have caught Trumpeter in time, I would have bought their kit, but their kit wasn't even in the makings by the time this kit came out. But it's a nice kit. Little research, a little time and effort, it can be made into a nice looking model. And I haven't seen it on the model shelves for a while, so I imagine they stopped producing it for a while, and perhaps someday they might reissue it again in a different paint schedule and decals. A little history to the Wildcat I'd like to be able to tell here. A lot of you fellows out there know pretty much about the airplane in general, but there's a little significant part of the history of the aircraft itself and the physical makeup of the aircraft. During the beginning of World War II, after Pearl Harbor was attacked, we entered World War II, and we didn't have too many shipboard fighters back then. The only shipboard fighter we had that was the F4F Wildcat, and it proved itself quite worthy, and it became the mainstay of the United States Navy until the end of the hostilities of World War II. The only downfall of the early Wildcats was during the rules of engagement, when when the Nimble Zero and the Wildcat got into a dogfight, the Japanese knew the capabilities and the weak points of the F4F Wildcat. They always lured the Wildcat into an outer circle. When you got the Nimble Zero, the Nimble Zero will go up into the outer circle, and the Wildcat would go up with it. By the time the Wildcat got in this position, it'd stall out because it didn't have the power. As the Wildcat would stall out and the pilot would try to regain control, the Nimble Zero made us complete outer circle. Then by the time the aircraft got back in control, the Zero got behind it and shot it down. And evidently we had very inexperienced aviators, pilots back in World War II, at the beginning of the war. A lot of them were very inexperienced, weren't combat veterans. And during the Battle of Midway, they earned their wings. So that was the downfall of the prototype of the earlier Wildcats. And in late 1943, they were redesignated as FM2s. General Motors modified the whole airplane, made a bigger engine for it, more powerful engine, and the vertical stabilizer was a lot more larger than the prototype. But that's not the only downfall of the Wildcat. So evidently experience shows that they never engaged the Nimble Zero in that kind of a tactic. But they're a good airplane, and they've done their job, and the pilots are very happy with them. The landing gear was very fascinating. It actually came from the UF biplane. It takes about 39 times to crank up the landing gear to get it up, so that's a lot of airplane right there. You got a joystick between your legs, and you got a throttle quadrant on the left side of the control panel, and you're cranking up this wheel like that. But the Wildcat was a good plane. It proved itself quite worthy during the war. This Revell kit, again, the model itself, it's a nice model. A lot of work's got to be done to it to make it right, but like I said earlier in this YouTube, it's thought better to get yourself a better one. The Trumpeter kit's millions of miles better, and you'd be pleased with it. As this kit here, I'm pleased. It's added to my collection, and it'll remain there. But the fit issues of the kit is the fuselage. Presents a large gap in top and bottom, so you got to use your favorite putty filler of choice to pair in the seams, how the fuselages are attached. And a lot can be done with this Revell kit. I just built it right out of the box. I could have lowered the flaps and everything and did more detail to it. At the time I built this model, there was no aftermarket parts for it. There are now, but okay, fellas, got the hands of time over there giving me this, so I'm gonna do my boundaries again, and I'm very grateful, and I appreciate everybody viewing my YouTube presentations, and hope everybody's well and safe, and thank you very much for tuning in, and please subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. So stay safe, and may God bless, and thank you. Bye now, fellas.